So how long has there been businesses?
Well, business started from the day one, from early in the world.
There's like a trick we're missing, and we haven't figured it out yet. I bet you there's some customers where we lose money. So I started an AI company last year, and we're just going into our 15th month in operation. So what's happening today? Well, we have an engineering roadmap session this morning. We try and do this every week, if not really daily, to understand what we're building and make sure we're building the right thing for our customers. The next is we have a planning meeting around our trip to Barcelona. And third, we have a company all hands, when I say company, just the 9 of us, to make sure everyone's aligned, know what's going on with the company, know how much money we're making, know what the opportunities are, and know what we're experimenting with at this point in time.
One man on the ends got blammed. 2G's trying to duck from the undies. 3 the guys that the judge done dirty. When I'm rich, when the man them jack me. In the hood, man can't get comfy. Some two-faced man might jump me. Seems like I need me a brockie, cause I know the streets don't love me.
We're going to discuss what we should focus on from a technical side this week, and we call this a road mapping session.
Here's the thing, right? So we spend, let's call it roughly £500 a day in credits doing content monitoring. I know it's other stuff. Yeah, call it like £300 a day. There are companies out there I know who do content monitoring, not by looking at who's tagged in a post, but can do it at significantly less than that, because they charge their customers like £400 a month to do that, plus a load of other things. So there's like a trick we're missing, and we haven't figured it out yet.
So there's other companies that basically listen to other like influencers' content and detect when they post about a specific brand, but they do it for a much cheaper price than what we currently do it. And so we need to figure out how do we reduce our costs to actually do that.
Is that actually something I was thinking about, working on account level profitability or margin?
Yeah.
Like we can tell you how much they pay us, and then you can tell us how much it costs.
Right.
And then work out, because I bet you there's some customers where we lose money.
How you said that there are clients that we don't know if we're like making or losing money on. Mm-hmm. How does that work? How does like a young business track that, and you know?
The amount of work we do for customers directly correlates to how much we spend on LLMs and various other third-party APIs, which increases cost. So it's like a lot of other SaaS companies today, like of back in the day, would in essence like grow their revenue like this, whilst their cost base stays the same. Whereas ours kind of still tracks the number of like I guess like the amount of usage we have. So it's like we need to figure out, okay, like what is our actual margin, because we can't just assume that we'll just scale infinitely without keeping track of that cost.
Baby, can't you hear my call? Is it loud enough? I don't wanna fall.
Did you enjoy your cameo in the last YouTube video?
Oh, where I'm sat there looking at the camera going,
Yeah, that one.
yeah,
That was my favourite one.
that's, that's so good. Thank
I
you
wanted to
so
introduce
much
you
for
to
that.
the audience.
You want to introduce me with me looking like I'm going to murder my screen. Most companies traditionally in our space are just agencies. And we're kind of a mix of an agency and a SaaS product, and we enable these brands to effectively go and be able to source all of these influencers that they wouldn't be able to usually reach, mainly because it just takes a lot more human power to be able to reach all of these influencers, talk to them, manage them, negotiate with them, and we allow these brands to do that at a much larger scale, just through the fact that obviously AI agents can work all the time and handle these communications, leaving you with the time and the space to do the things that are more important to you. And effectively that's what we do.
Neither of our founders drink tea, so...
Yeah, you and me are the only tea drinkers, right?
I think so. You get through a lot of instant coffee.
You're a big coffee guy.
Yeah, Sam sort of smash the coffees. So the hello mate.
Flights look okay, just depends how much of them time. They really range from like 50 quid to about 250, depending on what time of day you fly.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. You can fly at 5 a.m. from Luton for 40 quid, but
Stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lesson I've learned the hard way quite a few times now. As soon as you start screen sharing, they like software.
Is that the hardest bit about this? Because we're building a company that is, part agency, I guess, but is kind of really a tech company.
Yeah, it's something that I've actually always struggled to kind of, the line is very difficult to tread, because we are a software company, we build software, yet as soon as we buck ourselves as a software company, we're then competing against all these other companies that have been around for like 10 years and raised hundreds of millions of dollars to do so, and they have massive feature lists, and they also don't charge very much, so it just becomes a commodity.
So the goal is to be a software company that disguises itself as an agency.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, fair point.
And then just to preempt the sales question is, okay, great, but I don't care if you use AI or if you're not.
It doesn't matter. To be honest, we should actually basically never say the word AI. It's irrelevant to them.
Okay.
It's again, as soon as you say AI, they like software.
Okay, but
So you don't think that's a USP?
why would they use us rather than anyone else?
It can be. Okay, that's probably slightly reductive to say never use the word AI, but if you lead with that, just what I've learned is it immediately buckets you in the software category. So what's better is to be like, we're a partner to help you grow these programs. The reason we can build them in a much more efficient and fast way is because we have AI agents that do a lot of the work for us. But if you say, do you want to buy an AI agent? They're like, yes, maybe, but I've got 1,000 other people trying to sell me this.
Yeah.
Like, what's your unique positioning? What's your unique offering?
Yeah, basically trying to sell them on the results of the program.
The sizzle, not the sausage.
Yeah.
If you look back on maybe even just like 6 months ago, how much has the world of software engineering changed?
I mean, I'd go back a tiny bit further back than 6 months. It's probably a year now.
Yeah.
I think it's been a year that we've had Claude Code. It's crazy. I mean, our workflows used to be so different. We used to spend most of our time thinking about the code that we're writing and less about the sorts of things that we're going after. And the writing of code has kind of become the easiest part now.
Do you still write code?
No.
Does anyone?
People do still write code. Yeah, there are definitely people still on this planet writing code. But I would say,
what percentage of code is? I mean, is it like 100% or is it like 95%?
Of my code or the world's code?
Yours.
I would say it's 100%. More defensive programming. Or
defensive programming?
Yes.
What's defensive programming?
You're effectively predicting the problems that are going to arise with some of your code, where the user does something that you're expecting the user to do something silly, and you're writing a bunch of defensive code to protect against that, so you don't end up throwing an error because they did something slightly unexpected.
Yeah.
That's defensive programming.
Is it aggressive code? Or what's the opposite of defensive coding?
YOLO coding, loose.
YOLO coding.
Very.
So surely defensive coding is the right way to code then?
There's a balance. There's a balance. In most cases, yes, but you don't want to overly be defensive because otherwise you're trying to expect every case where you're probably not actually solving the problem in the right area. If you're having to write a bajillion cases to say,
yeah, I get you.
Oh no, we need to handle this. We should probably be changing the code in a different area to not end up in that situation.
Interesting. I've never heard of that. Kieran, can I
get you
on your screen?
Whoa, look at this.
What I wanted to touch on was our journey to PMF, the holy grail of like any software technology company. There's these green shoots all around the place. 11 Labs have just taken us to another part of their offering, but there's nothing yet that's like, this is the biggest pain point in this company, like number one priority, hair on fire problem. So our challenge now is just to think of our company as a company like very much on discovery of trying to find where this like the deepest possible pain is, so we can get to the point where we see a real J-curve.
What does PMF mean?
Product market fit. So the best way of explaining it probably is like, what is the hair on fire, like the most burning possible problem that you can solve with one customer that you can then take that to 1,000 other people. The thing to optimize for is like speed of learning. You know, we spoke about it last week, but we have hypotheses as to where we think like PMF is with this affiliate stuff, with like the tiering and all this, but we haven't proven it yet. Like we really need to validate it. The job now is just to run through these experiments, as fast as possible and then find something that really sticks. The faster we do that, the faster we hit a J curve.
Nathan, newest member of Tano, who's your favourite person in the office so far?
Who's my favourite person in the office so far? I feel like that's a dangerous question with everyone sat here.
Yeah, everyone's in the office.
I lost everyone.
My favourite person, that would have to be Neil.
Oh, I did not expect that.
Nothing, mate. He said, I asked him who his favourite person was, and he said it was Neil.
Oh, and he didn't say you, Seb.
Right, you didn't have to. Damn.
The all hands call went really well. We're a company right now very much, I would say, in the exploration, discovery phase. We have loads of really great customers and good money coming in, but we can always be doing a better job finding out where the most clear pain point for our customers is, and we're just aligning everyone around. God, I'm saying the word aligning so many times, it's very corporate. Aligning everyone around where we are as a company right now and what the mission is, which is basically to find the deepest customer pain and then build a solution for that. Thanks so much for watching what it's like to be on the inside of an AI company trying to make it, and see you on the next one.